We are pickling okra in our Super Home Surplus kitchen.
And we're with Jamie Yost. She lives here in Middle Tennessee. She's an AllRecipes brand ambassador. AllRecipes.com is a part of our Meredith family, and they're celebrating 20 years. How do you even become a brand ambassador?
Well, you use the website a lot. You submit a bunch of recipes, some of them get published, and all of a sudden they just say, hey, super user, come on,
Come on,
come join the family. Yes.
Well, that is definitely my go-to. So I'm kind of excited of what you're doing here. I would never think of pickling okra. But that's one of the top recipes on the site.
It is. In Nashville, that is one of the top 20 recipes that are searched on AllRecipes.
Okay.
Pickled okra.
I'm going to say you start with boiling water. So you got some boiling water here.
We've got a couple cups of boiling water, and then I'm going to add a cup of vinegar, and you can use either white or apple cider, or you can do a mixture of the two. The white is kind of mellow. Apple cider gives it a little bit of a twang, so I'm going to use a little bit of both, and it's going to be a nice flavor profile.
So you have 2 cups of water.
2 cups of water and 1 cup of vinegar.
Got it.
And then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of salt.
Does it matter what type of salt you use?
It doesn't. In this one, you can just use regular. You can use canny. You can use sea, whatever you've got.
Okay.
And then you just let that dissolve. And while I'm stirring that, so these jars have been sterilized, and all that means is I have dunked them in some boiling water for about 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
That's all you have to do to sterilize your jars. And the recipe in question actually calls for dried dill and dried chilies, but I think that using fresh dill and fresh chili peppers from your garden makes for a wonderful presentation.
Ooh, nice.
So
Since
since we're in the middle of summer and we had these fresh, I just went ahead and used those.
Yeah, it smells
nice.
So I stuffed those in the jar, and if you wanted to, you could also customize this. You could add in peppercorns, you could add in a clove of garlic. They've got pre-mixed pickling mix that you can add in, so you can really kind of play with it and make them your own.
Okay.
But we're going to keep it simple today with the dill and the chili
like that.
peppers. So all you have to do is, I don't even top off the okra. I consider that a little handle to eat it by. So I just start stuffing the okra in the jars.
Really?
Yes, and this is officially a mess of okra, is what my mom would call it.
A mess.
Well,
Well, and Jamie and I had this conversation before we even got started this morning. I said, look, my grandmother used to can. I remember it was a whole weekend thing.
okay, can I tell you that's why I don't do it?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Because I feel like it's going to be a whole thing.
And you said this is something you do in a couple, like an hour or so, and then you're done.
Yes, and this is what's so great about this, is you don't have to wait several weeks. You don't have to have a crock where it's sitting in lime forever.
Right.
This is a real quick pickle, and so once you've got them stuffed, all you have to do is fill the jars. It's quick.
That's it.
Is pour this in, and the okra's going to float a little bit, and that's okay, but you just want to get it up about to the top.
Now, if you wanted to go ahead and cut this up and have the okra cut, could you do it the same way?
You absolutely could.
Okay.
Absolutely, and we're going to fill this one up.
Look how pretty.
There you go. And then these canning lids have also been sterilized the same way, just dunked in some boiling water for about 2 hours.
Okay.
2 hours or 2 minutes?
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Don't pay attention to me. The pickling's going to my head. So you're going to make sure the rim of your jar is clean and dry.
Yes.
Same goes for your lid, and then you just pop that canning ring on. Now the great part is you can stop here if you want to.
I was going to say, I remember my grandma do the pressure cooker and the whole thing.
So you can stop here, and these will last in the fridge for about 2 weeks if you can keep from eating them that long.
Okay.
Or what you can do, if you don't have a pressure cooker, if you've got a pot that will hold your jar enough to cover it with water, you boil your water, put your jar in, boil it for about 10 minutes, and then after that, that cooling liquid is going to start to make a vacuum, and it's going to seal your jar, and you've got pickled okra that'll last for about a year.
Really?
Yeah, so you don't need a pressure cooker, you just need a stock pot that'll cover your jar.
I had no idea. So maybe get smaller jars.
Yeah, you can. And they've got the shorter ones. I like the taller ones for the okra, but if you wanted to cut them up, you could get the shorter ones. And I've done like the little half-pint jars in this pan.
At what point from pouring this liquid to deciding to eat, how long does it take for them to take on the pickling flavor?
You can leave it, I mean, it'll start within a day or two, but if you really want to get it in there, I would leave it for about a week in your fridge.
About a week.
Yeah,
and then you have another week if you don't do the sealing process.
Yes.
You never ask. Thank you.
And these are great. You can add them onto an olive tray, charcuterie platter, whatever you want.
Oh my gosh.
Or just eat them out of the jar.
These are so good.
These are so good.
Jamie, thank you so much for coming in.
Well, thank you for having me. Happy birthday, AllRecipes.
Right? AllRecipes celebrating its 20th anniversary. The website, an easy way to find something to cook for dinner. I know you've checked it out. We always check it out. Go to allrecipes.com. Jamie, you just blew my mind.
I'm so excited.
I'm going to start pickling.
That's
This
great.
is amazing.
Thank you.